हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
करता बैग नक्की बैग इस्कॉन बैग रेस्टोरेंट
అది నాది అక్కడికి
షేర్ దగ్గర is there a black ISKCON bag somewhere there? Yeah. Thank you. Hare. बढ़िया सुन बदलना। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरौ श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोस्तुते तप्त काञ्चना गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी कृष्णपादोऽस्तुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। 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 नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः नमः पङ्कजनाभाय नमः पङ्कजमालिने नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्ग्रये नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नामिने गौरत्विषे नमः नमो ब्राह्मण्याय देवाय गौ ब्राह्मणाहिताय च जगद्दिताय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः नमः ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामीनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे करोति वाचालं पंगुलं लंघयति कृपातमां वन्दे श्री गुरु दीनतारिणं श्री परमानन्दमाधवं श्री चैतन्येश ओम पवित्रो पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थं गतोऽपि वा यत् स्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्षं सर्वव्याप्यान्तरं श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु. Hare Krishna, thank you everyone for coming. I have been specifically ordered not to speak even 1 minute after the prasadam comes here. So I'll stick to that. Today was a wonderful class by this Navneeraj Prabhu. I was very much, yeah, Hare Krishna. Yeah. So, the greatness of an Acharya is how he employs us, or rather engages us in serving the Supreme Lord. Like the greatness of a leader is how he inspires many other leaders to emerge and take forward a mission. The greatness of Srila Prabhupada is he was so empowered that he could engage all kinds of people in all kinds of services. There is no other institution on the face of this planet who has got so many different ways to connect with God. Normal water. Smart. That is the most smart one. Srila Prabhupada inspired so many souls according to their disposition, how they can connect with God. And book distribution was one of the services that was very, very dear to Srila Prabhupada. Because his guru asked him to do it. And when anyone did book distribution, Srila Prabhupada was very happy. Because he felt, my disciples are helping me serve my guru. You seeing the point? Right? So when he knows that his Guru has ordered him to do book distribution. And then his disciples are doing book distribution. Then he's most happy. And when we do book distribution, the disciples of Srila Prabhupada, who are now initiating spiritual master, they are happy. Can you even tell why? Because their Guru wanted them to do book distribution. Right? So it's the same instruction that is flowing down to us in different ways. And book distribution is the most dear, service that Srila Prabhupada appreciated a lot. And one of the reasons he appreciated is because it's the most riskiest service also. A service that needs a lot of humility. Prabhuji Mataji's humility is not about sitting in a corner and covering your head like this and saying, I'm so humble. That's not at all humility. Humility means to go out on the road and do what you cannot. The personality who was sitting here a few minutes ago, I feel fortunate that I'm sitting in the same place. He is a personification of Trinadapi Sunichena, Sarorapi Saishmana, Amananiya Manadena, Kirtadena. Because he's doing it. He's doing it without any shame and without any claim. I don't see him claiming how many books he has distributed. I don't see him claiming how good he is at doing it. He just came to inspire. And more than his words, the very blessing that he gave is by looking at all of us and telling us we all can also do something. Right? And he can go on for hours and hours and hours. You can go to YouTube and you can search for Naveen Neeraj Prabhu. It was my personal desire to hear him in person. I heard him in person once in Atlanta, briefly, during the festival time. But I've also seen him on the road, how focused he is on book distribution. One other such devotee, I thought, by the time Prashadam comes, I can share some experience on book distribution. Is that okay? Yeah? Today's theme is that. Is that okay? So I saw one other such personality. His name is Madhavendra Puri Prabhu. He was one of the first preachers, who helped me come to Krishna consciousness in Boston. He's an American and he's a physicist, scientist actually. If he talks, you can't literally defeat him in science. He can convince MIT and Harvard and whatever other institute people with scientific examples. And when he does book distribution, he's so focused. Once when he was doing book distribution, I was going on the same road, Commonwealth Avenue, Boston, somewhere there. And I saw him doing book distribution. So I used to attend his classes. And I thought, hey, Madhavendra Prabhu is here. Why don't I just go and tell Hare Krishna? I just went to him, a lot of excitement. And I thought probably, he'll embrace me and like he does sometimes. Like, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna! He just looked at me. And then he started with book distribution. And I said, Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Yeah. And then he started book distribution. And I said, Prabhuji, it's nice to see you. He looked at it in a way which actually conveyed, I'm not happy to see you. And then I actually understood that I'm a disturbance in his service right now. Because later on I understood from other devotees who used to associate with him that he's so focused during when he distributes books, he doesn't like to do anything else. No prajalpa. He's focused on giving Krishna to the whole world. He's focused because Krishna has brought him there to do book distribution. And no nonsense. Even me going and disturbing him was actually a nonsense. Because later on when I asked him, he said, Prabhu, the best thing you could have done, you would have taken some books from my bag and you would have started distributing books. Because that was my time to distribute books. And I've seen devotees who are so focused in what they do. And actually, absorption in the activity that we do gives us the greatest happiness. Many of us are not happy in doing what we do because we are not absorbed in that activity. We are doing multitasking. When we are also doing this, we are also doing something else. Or rather, we are standing and judging others what they are doing, what they are not doing properly. But advanced devotees are very absorbed in whatever they do. When they are chanting, they are chanting. When they are reading, they are reading. And when they are doing book distribution, they are doing book distribution. There is nothing else. They are so clear on how they want to serve Krishna. They want to give 100% of their energy, their prayers when they are doing the Purta service. And that is one of the quality which we all should try to imbibe, which I also should imbibe when we do any service. Even making a garland, to selling a book, to making prasadam. When you are making bhoga for Krishna, a lot of times I see, devotees are talking and they are joking and sometimes they are not focused. No, that's not the way it is done. We are cooking something that is going to be passed on from our Guru Parampara all the way to Srimati Radharani, and Srimati Radharani is going to offer it to Sri Krishna. So how much absorbed we should be in our service. And there are many such great disciples of Srila Prabhupada, including his great Vaisheshika Prabhu. He is one of the great Sankirtan leaders in the whole world. Even now he is the one who started Bhadra Purnima. He is the one who encourages everybody to cross the last year's target in marathons. And he did it with his own example. It's not like he just speaks. He himself takes the books, goes every week to a corner, to a shopping mall, and then he starts with book distribution. Right? And I have personally seen him do book distribution. He is so focused, and he engages the opposite person so nicely. There are many techniques. When, like he says, there is a lot of seminars. He says, when you want to do book distribution, you should have 2 books in your hand. Don't keep 1 book. He says something like this. Something like this. Right? And then when you see a person, did I ask him to take? He took it. I just showed to Murli Prabhu, I brought it like that, and he took it. That's the human reaction. When you give something, people hold it. Right? Vaisheshika Prabhu says that you should have 1 book in your hand and 1 book in the other hand. Go to the person, look into his eyes, Hare Krishna, or hi, or good morning, good evening. Just give the book, and he'll take it. And then you say, do you know what's inside the book? He's like, there are many, he's not trying to, manipulate anybody. He's trying to connect the soul to Krishna. Right? And then he would immediately open the Bhagavad Gita. He knows every page of Bhagavad Gita. And then he would go to one of the pages and say something like this. Can you see? Can you identify where are you in this? Oh, can you identify where are you in this? You are here? This? Yeah? Not so old, right? So you are somewhere here. So he's in 30s, he's in maybe 50s, 60s, and he immediately connects with the person and he strikes a conversation. And then he says, he's one of his taglines, you look like a yogi. And he says, really? My wife never told me that I look like a yogi. And then he goes on to this picture and he says, you see this yogi? Yeah, do you see this yogi? This yogi is meditating on Krishna. And I'm sure you can also be something like this. And he'll start laughing. Right? And then he starts speaking the philosophy from the book. Little by little, he encourages the soul to start his spiritual journey. And one of the amazing things he says, because he has taken the book, Srila Prabhupada's books are so potent, even by touching the book, even if he doesn't take it, his spiritual life starts. Right? His cycle of birth and death is going to stop from the time he touches one of these books, and the journey starts. And he can open it one day, he can start reading it one day. A lot of times people say, I already have it. Right? When you go and start distributing book, they say, I already have it. Then you can say, if you have it, you can gift it to somebody. Or if you have it, you can start reading it. Do you need help in reading it? We have a study group that you can join. You can come to satsang. There's so many things. I can't repeat everything that he says. You can go to YouTube. I know everybody goes at least once in a day. And you can search for Vaisheshika Prabhu book distribution. And you can get all the good techniques that he explains how to do book distribution. And it's a very joyful activity, brothers and sisters. I am not any big book distributor, but I tried my little, after coming back to India, I stopped doing it. But there were times I used to do every week. That was one of the most cherishing activity. Sometimes I used to go with some devotees, sometimes alone. There is a city called Boulder, which is very near to Denver. Like there is Hyderabad, Secunderabad, so there is Denver and Boulder, just beside, twin cities you can say. And Boulder is very close to the Rocky Mountains. It's like big Rocky Mountains, and below that, lot of yogis and so-called hippies. Even now, the hippies that we hear about Srila Prabhupada, they even now exist in Boulder, around that area. So I used to take a box of books, and I had a service of taking care of children when satsang program is happening, and the satsang was conducted by His Grace Sanatan Priya Prabhu in a place called, I think, Lowville, something like that. I'm forgetting the exact name. That's near Boulder. So I used to drop my wife and my sons at the satsang a little early so that they can help there in cooking. So then I used to have 2 hours before the satsang starts. So I take my box and drive down to Boulder. And there was some spots I used to stand down and keep the box there and start praying to Krishna, send somebody. Because I don't know how to distribute books. I can hold a book, I can show a book. There were days when, I'd stand there and no book went for 2 hours. 2 hours, 120 minutes. At least 5 people in a minute. 5 into 120, how much? 600 people have crossed me, and I could not sell even one single book. And that day I understood what is my face value. Right? You think, right, oh, I'm a great person, people should be impressed with me, I think I'm a good speaker, I think I'm a good articulator, I can do this, I can do that. Provision Mataji is going to book distribution. You'll know who you are. Right? That's one of the services. You really have to be prayerful to make it work. And I've seen miracles happening. Once I was not able to distribute a single book. Almost 2 hours passed. I was holding Bhagavad Gita like that. I'm like, Krishna, I know I'm useless. Please let me do one book before I go from here. I got a whole box, a table, everything I brought. Ek book to jane do. And then I was literally praying, nothing was happening. Then far away, when people are just passing in that street, it's a marketplace, and then I saw one person. I don't know why I saw him. Sometimes you just look at one person, and I prayed to Lord Nityananda. Because I heard in lectures that when you want to make spiritual progress, you need the mercy of Nityananda. Nityananda Prabhu is the one who gives access, his Guru Tattva. He gives access to serve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Radha and Krishna. So I looked at that person. I had no knowledge who he is. I was looking at the person, and as he is coming close to me, I would have seen him like 50 meters away. And he is walking towards me. There are many others going. I was holding the book like this, and I was praying, Nityananda, please help me. And it was not planned. It was not like I was doing some black magic on him or anything. I was just looking at it, and I was praying to Nityananda. Provision Mataji, believe it or not, he directly came to me, took the book, gave me money and went away. It happened in front of me. Very good. And I was shocked. And these are the experiences where you experience Krishna. For the book distributors, they can experience Krishna more than anybody else. And if I did 1% or maybe 0.1% of book distribution that Naveen Neeraj Prabhu did, and I can say so much little about book distribution, think about it. He did it for 40 years. 40 years, 365 days, he has done book distribution wherever he is. And so many experiences, so many. People will come with different reasons and pick up a book and go. You wouldn't expect that he is going to take, he will take. And many times, you give a book, you speak for half an hour, it's a very nice book, please take it, it's going to help you, this, that, where do you work, I work here, oh, I do it as a hobby, you can also read, you did that, you did, expecting he will take, and finally say, no, I am not interested. After half an hour, right? And then you feel, Krishna, please allow me to serve you. Please, I want to do something for Srila Prabhupada. I know I could not do anything, but let me do something, right? But you never know. Actually, through these experiences, we become humble. Book distribution on the road makes us humble. There are Prabhujis and Matajis who take books of Srila Prabhupada, they just walk into the colony, knock the door and present the books. Sometimes they are ridiculed, sometimes there are complaints raised. How dare you knock my door? Who gave you permission to come into the community? Etc. etc. Brothers and Matajis. But the devotees will continue to do that. They are definitely going back to Krishna. Of this there is no doubt. Right? But we can keep telling, oh, I'm doing this great service, that great service, but book distribution in itself is a very, very purifying service. In short of words. Very purifying service. When you start doing it, actually, Krishna gives you so many blessings that your Krishna consciousness will be so vibrant. You can easily recognize a book distributor. Just looking at Chakrapati Prabhu, just look at that person. He distributes hundreds of Bhagavad Gitas each week, Prabhu, standing on the road. And he has inspired so many other Matajis, so many other wonderful Matajis that who are also doing it, places to place. And they love it. They just love it. They just go connect. When I do satsang in my own Krishi, there are so many new people. They come due to the book distribution. And they come to the program, they hear some Bhagavad Gita. And some of them are connected through book distribution. Right? Mother yourself? Through book distribution. And now they are sitting in classes, they are chanting 16 rounds. Prabhuji and Mataji, we are not trying to make somebody a devotee. We are only trying to be a representative of Krishna, handing over Krishna's knowledge to a person who is coming to you. Don't think standing on the road you will find a stranger who is not interested and give him a book. Utna nahi hone wala hai. You are standing there, Krishna is only going to send the person. But you standing there makes you relevant. That is book distribution. If I am holding a book and standing, now Krishna knows. Oh, okay. So one of my devotees is holding a book and standing at this corner. Let me send one soul to that place somehow to take the book because he is searching for it. Can you imagine how many people are actually searching for these books, but they are not available? They are not available because they are not that easily accessible or available. It is such an unfortunate thing that the country in which Bhagavad Gita is spoken, this country doesn't allow these books to be placed in so many places, so many public places. Such an unfortunate thing. Right? But due to the determination of A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, today Bhagavad Gita is being distributed in every single street of the city, every single city, every single state. Even when nobody thought it's accessible there, books are standing there. And Prabhuji and Matajis, we never know who is looking for it. I'll tell you one example. I used to work in a company in America, and I used to work for a consulting company, and we used to work for an organization called State Street. And it's one of the biggest investment bankers. A lot of people know Bank of America, a lot of people know, JP Morgan Chase or ICICI like that. But do you know where those banks invest the money? You don't know where those banks, we put the money into the bank, but bank also is not going to keep it in their account, right? They're going to invest in some other place. So the company that, one of the top-notch companies which directs the banks where to invest the money is State Street. Right? So they are the banker of the bankers, whatever it was. Huh?
Bankers advice.
Bankers Advisory Bank. They have the highest funds. So one of the technology heads, in that, he is the entire IT technology head, one person. His name is John Singleton. You can LinkedIn him and see. Now he's not there. Now he's, Americans are crazy. Now he's an airplane trainer. People do all kinds of things. So, when I was working for this company, my CEO, or rather if you say Wipro, I was not working with Wipro that time, but Wipro's head is what? Azim Premji. If he has to meet him, he has to take appointment. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he'll give appointment. Because his one contract is going to make 10 buildings in Hyderabad. That is the kind of outsourcing or IT work he gives. That is the kind of person I'm talking about. And fortunately, I was there on the same floor. Far away was his cabin. I always saw him for close to 4 years. I never met him, talked to him because that's not the protocol. My boss's boss will have to take appointment to go and meet him. And when he comes to India, All the IT companies, Infosys, Wipro, HCL, TCS, everybody are running behind, taking his time. So they do lots of presentations. Our art, you know how they like it. Anyway, so the whole presentations, decks, we are the best, you are the best, give us the best, we'll be the best, whatever that thing goes on. So here am I. That's my last day, last week in the office, because I was going to move on from there. And 4 years I was there. I used to wear tilak, sit in my seat. I never thought anybody would see me. There were many other directors, senior directors, everything on the floor. I'm giving so much elaboration because you like it at the end. So I thought, what should I do before going? What should I do? So then Yugal Kishore Prabhu was here last week. So he came up with a model of this Gaur Nitai dolls, like this. I don't know if you've seen them. Little, Gaur Nitai, happy dolls. He named it happy dolls. He didn't say Gaur Nitai because Americans should take it. So I bought like 30 of them, Gaur Nitai, like a packet. And then I got Bhagavad Gita, one Science of Self-Realization. I just packed all the 3 into a package and I smuggled them into the office. Every day, 10 packets in my backpack. Because people will ask, what are you doing with all these things? Why are you bringing them into the office? I thought, whoever I have worked with, let me give one set to them for free. Because I cannot preach, I am not a preacher, I cannot impress anybody. I couldn't do anything there. Let me just give something and go. Right? So many funny things happened when I did that. There was like this package and there was one person, Doug Ollie, I think his name. Huge guy, like a baseball, like a rugby player, So he used to maintain a database kind of head. So I went to that. He's called Doug. Yeah, man, what do you want? Here is a gift for you. You're getting a gift for me? Oh, darling, you're getting a gift for me? yeah, take it. Then he opened that. Then he looked at that, This Gaur Nitai, like this. Who are they? He said, Doug, can't you see they're happy? Oh, really? I am also a happy person. That's why I'm giving it to you. Take this. Keep it with you. But what are they doing? They're dancing. I am a dancer too, So man, I like it. So what should I call them? I told him every morning you did tell Gaur Nitai. What do you say? Gaur Nitai? Yes, Gaur Nitai. Say Gaur Nitai. Right? And he took it. And he kept it there. And I've seen him during few days that I was there. He used to come. He used to look at me. Gaur Nitai. He doesn't. Prabhu, Krishna is everybody's father. Right? Just by saying Gaur Nitai, he is going back to God. Sitting somewhere. Every morning he is taking holy name, isn't it? Gaur Nitai. Bolo Gaur Nitai. There's one more other person. I gave him Bhagavad Gita. He opened the packet. Every time they were opening the packet, I was wondering what is going to happen. Something they will tell. So one of them opened the packet. There was Bhagavad Gita, there is Gaur Nitai, and then there is, SSR. And he looked at the Bhagavad Gita. He looked at me. Laxman. They used to call me Laxman. Right? So they can't pronounce Lakshman. So even when I used to introduce myself, I used to say, what's your name? Lakshman. Was that Laxman? Yeah. Very simple. He-Man, Superman, Laxman. You can say Laxman. So it's Laxman. So he looked at me. He said, Laxman? You're trying to convert me? I was shocked. So I didn't expect that. Right? But one great thing about Westerners is they have a great sense of humor. At least they are ready for a good sense of humor. So I looked at his eyes and said, I thought you're already converted. He said, really? I'm already converted? Yeah. I'm going to reconvert you into a devotee. Something like that I told. And we just laughed at each other and he looked at the book and said, thank you, I'll keep it. Because I know you. We worked for 4 years together. It's a great gift you gave me. So I was just doing it. So one thought that I got, why can't I give one to John Singleton? Because I have no access to him. There is no way I can go to him. But I know his secretary. Why? Because whenever a great big person from my organization used to come, I used to go to his secretary and tell that my CEO is coming. So he needs time of your main person. So can you fix an appointment? So I had access to her. So I also gave her one pack. That's the best thing to do. And she was very happy because no one gives. And then I gave one more. I said, can I I can't tell, can I meet him? I said, can I give this to him? Because she got her gift. Said, you want to give it to John? Yeah, I want to give it to him. Yeah, go ahead, keep it inside. So I went, I kept that on his table. It's a huge cabin with a good view outside, downtown. So I kept it there. I said, Krishna, tomorrow is my last day. It better be the last day. I don't know where is this going to go. Right? I kept it there and then I came out. That's all I did. It was not book distribution really. I think 2 days were there for me to read. 2 days before the last working day. Next day morning I came. So he comes very early. Americans come very early to the office. You know, I don't know, they caught it to the Vedic culture or 7 o'clock they're in the office. 7:30 they're in the office, right? Indians, we are late at the February, 9:30 will go. So I went, I saw, when I went to my chair, you know, to sit at 9 o'clock, I saw there was a postcard on my chair. And I was, who kept this? Because nobody just throws a postcard in there, it's an envelope. So I opened it. And there was a postcard, and I opened it, said, come and meet me for giving me this great gift, John Singleton. I was shocked. What? John Singleton has written this? To me? Does he even know me? Doesn't know me? And he's a big guy. He said, come and meet. I said, okay. And I was worried. What am I going to talk to him? Right? Then I went there. I asked the secretary, I showed her, hey, John gave me a card, I have to talk to him. So no appointment needed. I can talk to him. I said, okay. Yeah, he is on a meeting and he will come back. I'll tell you when to sit in your place. Relax, man. Okay, I'll go. So she came and told me, hey, now it's time, come. So I directly went into, but my legs were shaking. Big guy, massive big guy. So I went into the room. As soon as I went closer than Mataji's, he got up from his chair. And he brought me to the room. It was very, normally when somebody goes, his table is somewhere there, you know, maybe there Matajis are sitting, here is the door. This big is the cabin. Right? So, got up from the chair and he, hey man, I heard you're going, come in. You heard I'm going? No, you know that I'm going. I'm nobody to be known to be going. He said, come. I went there, then he made me stand there. Then he asked me, nice gift. And then he told me one amazing thing. He said, I've been coming to India many times. Now who am I talking to? Big guy who comes and visits all these big companies to give business. The final SOW is signed by him or MSA is signed by him. That is the kind of person. And I've been coming to India for many times. And I always wanted to buy this book. But I didn't know where to, because nobody took me where to buy. And I had the desire that what is there in this book which made it world famous? Because Martin Luther King is talking about it, Mahatma Gandhi is talking about it. And I felt being a leader, I can learn something from this book. And I was thinking where to buy, because none of these people, when I come to India, ever gave me this book. And I also didn't know how to ask it. But I'm very grateful that you brought it for me in America and you kept it in my cabin. I'm very grateful for you. I'm not saying this to, get any applause, because my role was nothing there. I only went and kept it. Right? I was not even doing book distribution. It was like a gift. And then he asked me, can you tell me why is this book so special? Now, Prabhuji, my mouth went dry. So already it was too overwhelming for me. Right? I don't know what to say. All 700 slokas went blank. I could not remember a single sloka or a single thing, because he is looking directly into my eyes. I am looking into him. John Singleton speaking. 4 years of my life, I never talked to him. Right? So I just took the Gita from his hand. I just randomly opened it. Just randomly opened it. Not even planning to do. I just opened it. And I saw down. And there was this beautiful shloka. Raja Vidya, Raja Bhulya. Pavitram Ye Uttam. And I told John, this is why I gave you the book. Yeah. Tell me, what is that? Raja Vidya, Raja Gurya. This is the king of knowledge given to the kings. He was like, oh man, I needed this. I needed this. So I took the book and then he asked me to read. Can you explain me what it means? Then I told a little bit. I didn't want to take a class because I was totally blank. He told, this is the king of knowledge. This knowledge was trained to the kings, the emperors who ruled the entire planet, on how to be happy and how to keep the whole world happy. And this knowledge should be the knowledge trained for every leader on the planet. And John, I'm very happy. You wanted it and Krishna gave it to you. He said, yeah, I'm really grateful. I'm definitely going to read it. Then I told him, if you want help in reading it, all you have to do, you know Commonwealth Avenue? He said, yeah, I know Commonwealth Avenue. It was very close to our office. Ours was that Back Bay station and just very nearby Commonwealth Avenue where Srila Prabhupada opened the temple there. Right? So I told, here is ISKCON temple, very close. You can go there whenever you want and you can learn more of the Gita. But it's so close by, I know that place. He said, yeah, please go. So I don't know what happened after that. He resigned from such a big post and he is training people how to fly a aircraft, like glider planes. He's actually from army. He's an army veteran, and then he came into yeah. So he's an army veteran. So what I'm trying to tell is, miracles happen to us in Mathis. All we have to do is take the book and give it. Take the book and give it. Sometimes you can gift it. What can you give for 200 rupees, 300 rupees? Nothing, right? But if you give this, you don't know whose life is going to change. Right? He might have come to India. He might have met some gurus. I don't know where is he. Miracles happen. And I'll just end this story. After this whole thing, then when I was leaving, I gave that card, the John Singleton's card, to my boss. Because he visits sometime from India. And I gave it to him. He said, what is this card? He said, read it once. So he opened the card and he saw, come and meet me. Thank you for the gift, John Singleton. John Singleton gave you this? He said, yes. You could go and talk to him? Yes, because I never spoke to him for, he told, I never spoke to him for 10 years that I'm here. That kind of person he is. But brothers and Mataji's, Krishna is the greatest CEO. Krishna is the owner of whole material and spiritual worlds. Aham sarvasva prabho mata sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samavitaha. When we present the creator, the maintainer, the enjoyer to any living entity, we should not present it with any hesitation. One of the biggest problems in book distribution is we hesitate to do what we are doing. Just give it with a confidence that he is also a child of Krishna. That person is also a child of Krishna. So you want to say something? Bring it in. Holding it there. Wow.
This has 4 booklets which talks about why we should read books every day and why book distribution is best preaching and 1 or 8 ideas to
Why don't you say? Right. So here is a nice box. As you can see, it has 4 books. And here is a nice audio device. Whether or not you are connected to a Wi-Fi, wherever, whichever, Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Patala you are, this thing works and you can hear all the lectures of Srila Prabhupada with this device. So you can. Yeah. So here is the device. Right? So you can buy it and you can keep it in your kitchen. My wife does it. She plays a lecture in the morning while she is cooking. So if the lecture is ecstatic, the breakfast is ecstatic. The lecture is heavy. Breakfast is heavy. So the lecture is too instructive. There is no breakfast that day. So it's a good habit to cook when you are by hearing a lecture. You can do that. So Prabhuji has brought this, made it accessible for all of us. It's a good package with the entire Vani that can take you back to Godhead. This is all you need to hear, nothing more. And if you've not heard Prabhupada's lectures, you're the most unfortunate people alive. His lectures are unbelievable. And here is 108 ideas to distribute Srimad Bhagavatam. Wow. Oh, I don't understand. I want it. Yeah. So it's a nice small book. And there is why you must read Srila Prabhupada books. Right? And then you have there's a catalog of all the lectures. You can see lecture, which day, where, and the number. You can just go to the device and play that number, and the lecture will start. Hare Krishna. And finally, preaching means book distribution. Right? So I think it's a wonderful thing you did by bringing this. So you all can afford it. Yeah. How much is this, bro?
So 4 booklets and their set is Vaikuntha Vani set 1500.
Yeah. It's 2,500 rupees. Actually, it's 1,500 rupees. I added 1,000 rupees because that can be a good donation for Prabhuji to be motivated to bring more such stock and distribute. Prabhuji and Mataji, let's have it with us. Why don't we keep there's something else to give? Please. So this is there outside in the bookstore, Prabhuji and Mataji, so you can. Oh. With my wife's permission, can I? Since he gave me a deadline to finish. If I don't finish, I am finished. Okay. So, is it okay? We take another 5 minutes?
Yes, please.
So, Prabhuji and Mataji, here is a Vaikuntha Vani set. Please buy it. Please keep it. A great gift that you can give it to any other devotee. First, own your own. 1,500 में क्या मिलता है? कुछ नहीं मिलता है ना? So, in 1,500 rupees, you can go to Vrindavan, but the Vrindavan will stay with you always if you have this in your house. Because it is all the lectures on Vrindavan, Vasana, Krishna, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad, everything is there in this, right? So please, how many are interested? Can I lift your hand? Yeah. How many want to go back to Krishna? Lift your hand. थोड़ा क्यों होता है? बुरा होता है. So you want to go back to Krishna? You need 2 things. You need devotee association and you need good intelligence, knowledge which comes from Shastra. So don't hesitate to buy these things. It will be a great investment. You can gift yourself. Sometimes you have to gift ourselves. Nobody gifts us these days. Right? How many of you got a gift that you tore and you opened in the last 6 months? होता है ऐसे? शादी से पहले होता है. शादी के बाद नहीं होता. So why don't you gift yourself something like this? And then I have been given something, very very precious, whole package. Can you see this? Yeah, you can see. So it's called Kamya Vanam. Eco Village. It's called Gau Saubhagya Lakshmi Kit. Now you are touching me on a topic, Mataji, which I cannot stop talking. Right? So my wife is looking at the watch again. I am opening it. I am going to speak about each product here. Is that okay? I am sorry. Okay. So here is Gaumutra, cow urine, Prabhuji and Mataji. How many have drunk Gaumutra? How many think Gaumutra tastes like our mutra? That is the problem, right? We think it's urine. No, it's not urine. It is actually a great medicine that we don't take. That's the problem. We think like that. I know one Mataji, her name is Bharati Mataji. She is not here. Once I took her to my small farm where I have some cows, even now. The cows started urinating And she just ran there, took the urine and directly drank. She directly drank. I was like, oh, I never thought that can happen. Then I tried to do it because you always have that hesitation. I just went, I kept my hand, when I directly drank, it had no taste. When you actually drink the cow urine directly coming out at that particular moment, it doesn't have any taste. It's like lukewarm water. And when it is kept somewhere, then it starts fermenting. After some time, you can't drink. It really becomes very difficult to. So there is go arc made. What they do is they boil the cow urine, and the evaporated urine touches the plate and which crawls down and is poured into a bucket, which container, and that is stored and kept. That can be preserved and can be had for, I don't know, years once it is created like that, right? So my mother takes cow arc every day morning 2 spoons for the last, I don't know, 10 years now or 8-9 years now. And somebody told me, which I told her, if you have cow arc every day, no cancer will come in your life. It's as powerful as that. This Gomata's blessings, right? Now if you come and tell me, show me the experiment, okay. If you don't die, hence proved. Forget about that. So here is natural cow dung sandal dhoop sticks. You know what is a dhoop stick, right? How many here don't know what is a dhoop stick? How many here don't know what is a dhoop stick? Sabko malum hai? Okay, good. So you all should buy it then. Okay. So here is a soap. Recently I saw a video that a soap called Dove. How many have used a soap called Dove? How many of you know it is banned in Europe now? And the only country which is selling it gracefully and people are buying it gracefully is India. It has a chemical which gives skin diseases, really bad skin diseases. Can you believe how all of us have been cheated for years and years, right? Using that beautiful soft white color smooth soap called Dove, right? Now, I'm not against any brand here. Rahul and Mataji, there are so many brands that we think they are good for us, but they are not. But here is a brand, right, which is made from cow urine, which is made from Gomata. Fragrance is good, right? You can use it. You can just replace what you are using with something related to cow. By doing this, what will happen? Rahul and Mataji, by doing this, what will happen? By doing this, you are helping a farmer maintain the cow. Most importantly. By doing this, you are getting good medicinal values, right? So please, don't hesitate. We all are buying these things. Huh? Without a soap, tomorrow morning you will not be in your house. Is that true? So why to use a chemical soap? Use something that is good for the cows, for you, for everybody, right? So there are buy one get one free. And here is pressed oil. Recently I took my entire office to an excursion trip last Friday actually. I went to a place where they take care of cows. And there we saw this pressed oil. Now, let me tell you one thing. This cold pressed oil is being sold in outside for in many shops. But 99% people are cheating you. Can anyone tell how they are cheating us? Huh? They are buying outside and mixing it, but there is even bigger cheating that's happening. It is not cold pressed, it is mortar pressed. 99% places they keep an artificial mortar, under that they keep the grains and that crushes it. Technique is not wrong, but the whole prana shakti that remains inside the grains which comes into the oil comes when a bull or a cow takes it in a rhythmic way for a certain period of time. Otherwise it's not cold pressed oil. It is better than the refined oil, no doubt. You know, but refined oil will take you next month to a hospital. Right? But maybe a machine cold pressed oil might take you after 10 years. But if you take something like this, which is prana shakti, do you all understand what is prana shakti? How many understand what is prana shakti? What is prana shakti? Life-giving energy. Our food should have life-giving energy. Why is it written by Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead, creator of everything? He is telling in Bhagavad Gita, anything cooked 3 hours before is in mode of ignorance. Why? Because Krishna doesn't like more than 3 hours. Because there is prana shakti inside the food which is gone after 3 hours. Anything cooked after 3 hours, it doesn't have prana shakti. You're just eating food which is only going to create fat and create unnecessary things in your body. It will not give you vitamins, proteins or carb, anything. Now you might say, Prabhu, हमारा क्या होगा? यही होगा, इसीलिए खरीदो. This has prana shakti inside, right? Because it is made by the cows, by the bulls, right? It retains that. Why do you think our ancestors had their gardens, vegetable gardens behind their houses? How many of your ancestors, grandmothers or grandfathers, if you gone to their house, there was a garden behind the kitchen? You seen that? Yeah, all of them. My grandmother and my mother's elder sister, I know when they were cooking, they used to literally, keep the stove there and run into the garden, pluck some dhania, come back, press it, put it there. Now we are buying chemical dhania, whatever you call it, in the market, in Raitu Bazaar, which can be put so much chemical to look fresh. We don't know what we are eating also. We don't know. Right? But brothers and Matajis, this is authentically made pressed oil. Authentically. You will get the blessings of the bull, you will get the blessings of the farmer. It's there in the kit. And there is this ghee inside, nicely packed. Why is it so tightly, nicely packed? Because it is the most precious thing, more precious than gold. What is the rate of gold now? 1 lakh? 1,35,000 per 10 grams. How much is one there inside? How many grams? 200 grams. Half kg? Really? No. We can check it out once. Because I also have ghee. Okay, maybe it's close to half kg. Prabhuji and Mataji, you're getting this for a decent price. Let me also tell you one thing. Don't buy ghee. If anybody is selling you, anybody on the planet is selling you for less than 3,000 or 3,500 per kg, don't buy. Because ghee cannot be made under that price. If somebody wants to challenge, you can meet me tomorrow morning in my apartment and give the address also. I want to challenge anybody who wants to make it. It is impossible. 40 liters of milk makes 1 kg of ghee. 40 liters of cow milk makes 1 kg of ghee. If it's a different kind of cow, maybe 35, I'm talking. How can you make something for 1,000 rupees and sell it in Ratandeep supermarket and tell this is pure ghee? Don't buy it. And how many of you know that the animal fat is being imported by India? How many of you know this? All the animal fat from Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore and the Far East is being imported in containers to India, and that animal fat is being put and converted to ghee. And the granules that you see, granules, they are not ghee, they are animal fat. So, congratulations for eating non-vegetarian, not knowing it's non-vegetarian. And that is the truth. You want quality, you have to pay for it. Know the source. Source is more important than the content. Don't go with brands. So we know the source here. There is organic rice. There is, powder cakes. You can burn these in your house. And the ash, you put them in the water. It increases the alkaline power in the water. Everything is. Oh, I just finished mine. Mera ho gaya. Thank you. I'm going to take this. I've started using the Dantamanjan. Ravis and Matajis. It's amazing. If you put Dantamanjan in the morning in your mouth and just do a little here and there, you feel more fresh than so-called toothpaste. And how many of you have seen a statutory warning written below the toothpaste that if you swallow more, call this number? Have you seen that? We don't see that, right? Go tomorrow morning, any brand toothpaste, see below. If you swallow by mistake, please call this toll-free number. And if you call that toll-free number, nobody will lift it. Right? Or it will tell, if you are dying before 8 o'clock, it's not our working hours, you die. That's all it says, right? So this, I can practically open it, take a spoon and eat it, nothing will happen to me. Even if it goes inside the body, nothing will happen to me. And even after you see this, or even if you have it in your house, and still you are using toothpaste, you will take birth again. What can you do? What is it? Huh? Oh, cup samrani. Very nice. You can do this. So probably everything that we need, at least a basic level, from your teeth to your skin to your body to your stomach to your digestion to your diseases, medicine, all is packaged. And by selling this, I'll get 5% commission. It's brought here in such a beautiful bag. If you love your relatives, I'm sure you don't, but even if there is one relative you love, right, you can give this to them. You can give this to them. What will you get by giving a Chandana brother saree? Or I don't know, some brother saree. I don't know why brothers open saree shop, why not sisters? But anyway, so what will you get by giving those things? Rather, give this. How many things a good idea? Yeah? Now here is a good deal, right? So whatever the price, please take it. How much is it? 3,000 rupees. So this is 3,000 rupees. It has ghee, it has dant manjan, it has pressed oil, everything originally made. Huh?
My phone.
Your phone. Okay, so there is jute bag. The jute bag also you are getting. Very good. Then cold pressed groundnut oil, tooth powder, dhoop sticks, diyas, 4 pieces diyas, go jalam cow urine, soaps 2 pieces. So this is in 1,000 rupees packet. In 2,500 rupees packet there is more. There is rice, there is samrani, soaps, etc. And 3,000 rupee packet you also get, yeah, a half liter ghee. That's right. Sorry. Okay. So you have all this, and the quote is there: by honoring the cow, we honor the Divine Mother, who nourishes all living beings. GoSeva is the root of all auspiciousness. Saubhagya and Lakshmi reside where the cows are loved. Right? So here is, I think I have done one useful activity today, apart from getting up in the morning, is I think I am trying to do some little GoSeva. So Professor Matajis, please be encouraged to change some small. So speak. What is the most killing disease on the planet right now? Cancer? Laziness. Can you all tell laziness? I am lazy. Why are you lazy? We are lazy. Actually, we are very lazy. That is the reason, we'll end up in all these hospitals. Don't be lazy. Make these choices. We have to encourage farmers wherever you go. I was telling you last Friday I went to this place called Anakshetram near Chevella. 3 friends together have opened a place where employees can come, pure vegetarian, not Vaishnavas, they still are serving onion garlic. But there are cows and their cow products. They kept the whole stall there. Nobody took it. Nobody. My office has IITs, IIMs, triple ITs. Anything else that you are proud of? ISBs? Anything else you are proud of? Anybody else? Anything else you are educated? MTech, BTech, CAs, Chartered Accountant, any psychos are here? I am one CA, so, right? Or any senior directors, vice presidents, any of these positions that are on a card which you are proud of? Professor Matajis, our intelligence will not make us take the right choice, make this choice. It's right here, it's brought here. If you all are encouraged to take, we will try to bring them here every Sunday, and you can pick up your bag. And if you put it in advance, what we can do in Kachubali Satsang group, you can write this Friday I want it, and I'll add that Mataji in it, and she will count how many people want it. Those many number of bags will come, they'll go. Is that a good idea?
Yes.
Some way to serve our laziness. Right? Otherwise you can go to Chitra Maro. Salo Maro. Please, my humble request. If you want to serve the cows, if you want to save the cows, it is not by going and cuddling the cows or brushing them and nothing will happen. Nothing will happen actually. Start taking cow products. If you take cow products, automatically you are making sure cows are not being sent to butcher house. As soon as the cows stop giving milk, it is so difficult for me to convince the farmers. I deal with 6 farmers who are supplying milk. I manage the whole thing. I'm trying to convince them, don't give a cow to a slaughterhouse once it stops giving milk. They tell they are not, but I don't believe they are not. Because it's actually very costly to maintain a cow. But if we take this product, Prabhuji and Matajis, they'll stop sending it. Because real wealth of a cow is not in the milk, real wealth of a cow is in its urine and cow dung. Right? So we all can do our part. Please start taking cow products. If somebody is in Secunderabad, I know it's difficult for him to come here, there is a store called Arogya Rahasya. It's in Mushirabad, a place called Mushirabad, opposite to the Mushirabad jail, huge shop. And if you live near Gandhi Nagar, Ashok Nagar, there is a place called, shop called, what is it? Emerald. Right? You can buy it from there. And there is Emerald here in Nanakram Guda also now. And you have, Kamyavan farm of ISKCON. These products are coming from there. You can also visit there. We are conducting many employee camps there, so you can also go there and attend. You can buy these products. So, any questions, Haribo?
Where is this farm?
This is in a place called Sadasivpet. You can say ISKCON Sadasivpet, you can go. You can learn multi-layer farming. There is a Prabhuji named Giriraj Prabhu, wonderful devotee, kind of friend to me. So he will teach you how to do multi-layer farming in your balcony also. Right? So His Holiness Bhakti Raghav Maharaj will be very happy if you start using these products. And even Bhakti Padma Saurabh Pracharak Maharaj, who is our mentor now for the new temple that's coming up, he is very particular about cow products. And Srila Prabhupada also very much encouraged all of us to buy cow products. Right? So I highly encourage all of you. I don't know how many bags are here today. How many bags are there? Mati, how many bags are there today?
There are 8 bags present.
There are 8 bags present. No, there are only 7.
Yes, Prabhu.
One I have already taken.
Yes, Prabhu.
Right? So this is my bag. I'm sorry. There are 7 more bags there. 2,500 rupees. Oh, sorry, 3,000 rupees. Is it 3,000?
Yes, 3,000.
3,000.
2,500 also.
Okay, it's there. So ingredients less, so cost is less. So basically, Prabhuji and Mataji's 4 weekends, 4 bags, 12,000 rupees, and you are serving cows. As simple as it. Come to Bhakti Center every Sunday, take 1 bag for your family, you will finish most of it in 1 week, or some of it in 1 week, and you buy at least 2 bags in a month. You are not only buying things for your consumption, you are also helping GoSeva, cow protection. Right? Anything you want to add, Mataji? Yeah. Okay, when Mataji wants to take Srimad Bhagavatam, who is that Mataji here? Oh, Hari Bol. You are taking Bhagavatam.
She is taking back.
Okay, so you are not sure that you are taking? Okay, maybe through you somebody. Yeah.
Hare Krishna. So Swaranjali Mataji, we met her in book distribution I think 6 to 8 months back. So she started regularly coming to our satsangs, and she got so much inspired, and she reading books every day, and she started distributing books also. And today she Krishnaveni Mataji. Yeah. So her friend is gifting her Srimad Bhagavatam today. Hands of Lilananda Prabhu, which is going to take Srimad Bhagavatam.
From my family.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you for Hare Krishna. Mataji, this is a wonderful, greatest gift that Srila Prabhupada has given to all of us. And I wish you all the very great success in reading this. And through you, the message can go to thousands of people. Hare Krishna. Can I read one shloka from Bhagavatam? One shloka? Yeah, because Bhagavatam is here. So I'll try to read this shloka, which I recently heard in a lecture. Yeah, Hare Krishna. I've not learned this shloka, but I'm just trying to read, and I'll tell you why I'm reading this shloka. Okay? The last thing. It's from 3rd canto, 28th chapter, 32nd shloka. 3:28 to 32. Hasam harer avana takhila loka tibra shokashtu sagara visoshanam atyudharam sammohanaya rachitam nijamaya dhrumandalam munikrite makara dhvajasya. I will tell the meaning of this shloka, translation, Srila Prabhupada, after I tell you why this shloka was quoted. Okay? So one Mataji, she asked a question to His Holiness Swami Bhagwan Keshav Swami Maharaj. He was giving it. She told, whenever I am in trouble, I am crying for Krishna. Whenever I am in trouble, I am crying for Krishna. And when I am in trouble, my cry is more intense and I feel a lot of connection with Krishna. Did you all understand? Yes. Yeah. So she said, when I am in trouble, I cry for Krishna and I feel lot of connection during that time. But Maharaj, I am not crying for Krishna. I am crying for my trouble. When will that day come when I actually will cry for Krishna? How can I cry for Krishna? Is it okay that I am crying only when I am in trouble for Krishna? And how should I start crying actually for getting the love of Krishna? Is the question interesting?
Yes.
Yeah. Then Maharaj answered beautifully. He said, how many times if somebody is coming to you and complaining and crying something is not working for you, you will help him. Arey Prabhuji, chodo na answer. Mataji, theek ho jayega, Mataji, it will be fine. And tomorrow morning again she comes and says, Prabhuji, I lost my job. Okay, Mataji, everything will be fine. Next day again, Prabhuji, I have this problem. Okay, again fine. How many times will you entertain if you are coming again and again to cry? Somebody is coming to you again and again to cry. Will you entertain that person? Huh? You will feel, hey, what is wrong with you? Come for a good reason also, na? All the time you are only coming and crying. But Krishna is so great, he is tolerating the crying of the entire world every single day. Every single day, isn't it? We go to Krishna and we cry. Oh, I'm not getting married. Oh, I have got married. Oh, different ways you are crying. Right? And Krishna is wondering, what is wrong with you? Why are you crying all the time? Right? So you are crying because lust is troubling you. You are crying because your ego is troubling you. You are crying because your mind is troubling you. And we all know that. We don't have a solution. So now in 3rd canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 28th chapter, 32nd shloka, here the solution for controlling lust, controlling our mind, controlling our greed is given. Should I read the translation?
Yes, Prabhu.
It says, a yogi should similarly meditate on the most benevolent smile of Sri Hari, a smile which, for all those who bow to him, dries away the ocean of tears caused by intense grief. The yogi should also meditate on the Lord's arched eyebrows, which are manifested by his internal potency in order to charm the sex god for the good of the sages. So Prabhupada and Mataji's Bhagavatam that Mataji just took has one shloka hidden in the 3rd canto, 28th chapter, 32nd shloka, which is saying that when we are so much troubled by the miseries of this world, we should go and take darshan of Krishna and we should look at his smile. Is Krishna smiling there? When we look at his smile, all those material miseries will dry away. They'll just dry away. You know why? Because he knows why is it happening for him. God is the only one who knows why any trouble is coming to us and still is smiling. Because he knows that these miseries are actually not the real problem for you. Krishna knows everything. So when we go in front of God and we see his smiling face, what do we understand? Krishna, you know now. You know why is happening. And you're smiling. That means I'm rest assured. That's a logic to it, but the mere attractive smile itself will solve so many of our anxieties. And when you look at his arched eyebrows, Bhagavatam is saying, when you look at his arched eyebrows, the lust will dry like an ocean. Ocean of lust will just dry away. Because his arched eyebrows are so beautiful. Brothers and Matajis, if one shloka of Bhagavatam can give us a solution which can keep us happy from all the miseries of this world, what to speak of 18,000 shlokas that the beautiful set holds. And Prabhuji was sitting here, Naveen Neeraj Prabhu was sitting here and saying, every person sitting here should have a complete set of Srimad Bhagavatam in your house. So what is stopping us from taking it? And I congratulate your friend who was gifted it to you. Who is the friend Mataji who was gifted to you? Very Oh, Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Thank you, it's a great gift. Mataji, Bhagavatam when it's gifted is unbelievably potent. My Siksha Guru gifted it on my birthday. I remember that. Remember? On my birthday in Boston, he knocked the door in the morning. It was cold winter, snowed outside. I heard who is knocking me at 6 o'clock because people go to office very soon. I opened the door and he was holding with gloves and mask and all that, holding a big box. Srinivas Acharya Prabhu. I said, Prabhu, what is this? I said, Prabhu, I'm coming inside. He came inside, we closed the door, he opened the box and he gave me the Srimad Bhagavatam. And that was my beginning of reading Srimad Bhagavatam. So when it's gifted, it's very, very important. My father, who never read anything except newspapers, His Grace Balwan Prabhu gifted in Bhagavatam. He personally took it and gave it to my father. My father finished 2 times reading cover to cover, including purports, everything, before he died. Entire Bhagavatam. So this is the greatest gift. When we start reading it, all the problems in our material life are already documented, addressed, and solutions are also given to us in Matajis. That set that you see on the wall is the greatest ornament not only of the center, but of the entire planet. Prabhupada writes the only solution for all, if you see the preface of Bhagavatam first canto, Prabhupada writes in the preface, the only solution for all the troubles of this planet is Srimad Bhagavatam. So if we read Bhagavatam, there's nothing like it. I know I went from Bhagavatam to cow products to, but I'm really loving today's whatever time. I got 1 hour. Sorry. So, thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Namaste Narasimha. देव भगवान की श्रवण कलाक महाराज की दैव विष्णुपाद परम आचार्य स्तोत्र जवान ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की दैव विष्णुपाद परम आचार्य स्तोत्र जवान भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस ठाकुर गोस्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर अनंत कोटि वैष्णव प्रेम से बोलो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। ओम श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड गिरि गौर की जय। श्री नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की जय। पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। पुण्य क्षेत्र वृंदावन धाम की जय। गंगे माया की जय। यमुने माया की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। कलियुग पावन तुलसी महारानी की जय। हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। ट्रांसजेंडर बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की जय। ट्रांसजेंडर प्रसाद डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की जय। जिताई गौर हरि प्रेमानंद। All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Vancha kalpatarubhasya kripa sindhubhya vacha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta koti Vaishnavavrinda ki Krishna Prabhupada ki Mahaprasade Govinde Nama Brahmane Vaishnave स्वल्प पुण्यवर्धन राजन विश्वासो नैव जायते शारीराः विद्याजा जड़ेन्द्रियद्राहे काल जिवे पहले विषय सागरे तारा मध्य जिव्याति लोभो माय सुदुर्मति ताके जेठा कठिन संसारे